Communities are fighting to better support the mental health of people in our area. Emily Roberts live in Green Bay this morning after reading through 8 years of research. Emily.
Emerson, this can be life-saving. A new strategy guide has so many examples of what 10 coalitions are learning after nearly a decade of work in all corners of our state. The lessons are part of the Medical College of Wisconsin's Advancing Behavioral Health Initiative. The executive director of Connections for Mental Wellness, Kathleen McKee, says each coalition is pinpointing strategies to improve mental health and seeing how they play out over time. For Connections, that looks like a mental health services navigation website, getting Brown County students access to mental health care in schools and mental health first aid training. Right now, more than 750 people living in Brown County are trained in recognizing signs of mental health crisis, what it can look like in different people, and then how to best support and find resources so everyone feels seen and heard. McKee says one of the amazing outcomes of the work is sparking more conversation.
A decade ago, 2 decades ago, it wasn't a conversation. So that's really been the big piece, is reducing that stigma. If we can talk about it, we can move forward with it and try to find solutions.
McKee says she hopes this guide spreads like wildfire and more communities reach out asking how they can use these strategies in their own area. You can find this guide by heading to WBAY.com/links. Live in Green Bay, Emily Roberts, Action 2 News.